right, Martin, we're going to take a look now at one of the things that's been a key issue in this election. That's inflation. France 24's Solange Mougin tells us how it became the #1 concern of American voters in this election.
Americans are feeling the hike in prices, and September's inflation numbers show it. 8.2% and an all-time high in the month of June. 9%, that's a 40-year high. Now, Republicans, they have been quick to blame the White House for what it's calling Bidenflation. Take this upcoming campaign ad, for example, from a South Carolina Republican who says she's had it with the hike in prices.
Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi sent inflation to a 40-year high, costing low-country families over $5,000 a year. I'm Nancy Mace, and I have had it with crazy inflation.
Democrats have been trying to explain that inflation is occurring across the globe, and the Fed as well has been trying to curb this inflation. It has boosted over half a dozen times interest rates. For example, at a 30-year mortgage, it was at 3% last year and now is hovering around 7%. But such moves haven't managed to bring inflation down, in large part because of the U.S.'s strong job market. In October, over 260,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy, and unemployment rate is low at 3.6%. Now, this is good news for the U.S.'s economy on the whole, but bad news for many Americans' pocketbooks. The White House has also tried to lighten the cost of living by bringing down gas prices through the release of strategic reserves. For the neat tidbit, there's actually an inverse correlation with how Americans feel about the future of their country and gas prices. In other words, Biden's popularity goes up when gas prices go down. As for the midterms, inflation has shifted voters' priorities. And Republicans, well, they've caught on to this, investing heavily in advertising that blames Biden for inflation. Since September, Republicans have spent 5 times more than Democrats on inflation ads. And Republicans know that pushing economic issues, well, it can actually help them. Voters say that they trust the GOP by plus 20 points more than Democrats when it comes to inflation.